Today, how to make your smart home water your grass, your flowers, and more with an irrigation system deal. Plus, for those of us going old school, a tangle-free hose deal you don't want to miss. Don't get hosed by the retailers. Hi, I'm the YouTube deal guy, Matt Granite. You might have seen me before on your ABC, NBC, or CBS TV stations, or more importantly, you are a YouTube subscriber, and I love you and thank you for being here and coming back. And yep, I'm wearing my special outfit. Actually, when I do network TV, a little bit of a secret is I actually generally wear shorts, and then I only wear the shirt and tie for the upper part because I'm shot from the waist up. Now you know. All right, so now that I'm wearing my favorite outfit, you are at my home, you're on my lawn. This is the side yard right now, and I want to do two things. I'm going to show you the irrigation system in my home, how I use it, but before we get to that, I know a lot of you are just looking for old school ways to keep your garden watered. And even with an irrigation system, I still need to do some planters and things every now and then. If you expand the video description box right under me, you're going to find a phenomenal tangle-free garden hose deal that's 40% off. And if you still have an old hose system that you're lugging around, the one that I found today is ultra lightweight, tangle-free. And I'm going to show you why the material on this is so much better than a lot of the competing products. On top of that, I'm told that if you're one of the first several hundred orders, you also score a free attachment with a hose cleaning brush for your car, but that's neither here nor there. Let's compare this to a knockoff. This is the handsome hose that I have found, and you can see that this is gold-plated. It has the nozzles included, and it, over now several months of use, has held up beautifully. I bought this hose at the same period of time. You'll notice that the finishings aren't quite as nice, but you'll also notice that we're starting to see this. It's starting to really show that not all materials are created equal. There's no leaks or anything along this, and while this is a lightweight system, several weeks of stretching have actually created some wear and tear that I didn't anticipate. So sometimes just because two items look identical doesn't mean they are made of the same caliber, especially if one of these is cheaper. A lot of the time I hear from subscribers who say, oh yeah, on Amazon I found this item and it looks the same thing and it for lanterns and flashlights. But my argument is always I test the items and I make sure that the parts, including the components that you're seeing right now, work and stand up over time, because that's key. So let's get this hooked up right now. This is the hose head attachment that comes here. You have the cone, the jet, the soaker, the different angles, and we are going to hook this up. And it is so lightweight. So if you have one of those old hoses that you're lugging around, I mean, they potentially can be really rough on your back. So I'm gonna use this right here. All right, I'm gonna turn it on with the nozzle over here, and you'll see that it fills up with water. So it's expanding, right? It's expandable. It's kind of like a garden snake just finishing up lunch. All right, so this is on now. I've got two different ways I can turn it on. I can activate it with this nozzle right here, and it's on, or it's off. So I do like that you have the dual control. You have the cone, the jet, the spray, the soaker, the angle, the mist. And this is not an overly powerful garden hose to begin with. I have regular water pressure in the city of Toronto, but look, I can hit things from quite far away. So that's awesome. Almost get all the way down to those trees. And then you got the different modes, the flat, the shower. This is cool. This is pretty sweet, right? Really getting this all in. I don't know what that mode is. That's stupid. Oh, and the mist modes. Now the mist modes are great because even with an irrigation system, not every flower pot gets hit. So I'm going to take you through the irrigation system in a moment, but first, to demonstrate the cleaning mode, you'll see a bird has left a deposit on the air conditioner, and I'm going to move that. And I should also mention that it rained last night. So let's see how this does. So really good pressure. I mean, it's not a power wash by any means, but it's very, very powerful. We had a hornet's nest a while ago up here, and I'm sorry I don't have this on camera, but you can actually get right up to the corner there. You can see the remnants of the nest that I sprayed down, so that's awesome. And again, you're doing that all with this nozzle. Phenomenal. Clean lights, solar outdoor lights. That was one of my earlier deals. And then the misting mode, even with an irrigation system, put on the mist. This is eventually going to be herbs, legal ones, a vegetable garden, parsley down there and things like that. These gardens definitely need some gentle mists. And this is I think, yes, like these flowers that we just planted, just give them a nice mist. It's very gentle on them, which is key. The irrigation system is as well, but you're going to see the irrigation system, even with a professional installation guide, it misses the flowers a lot of the time. It doesn't hit them the way that I'd want. And I've got a lot of length, at least 50 feet, because I'm nowhere near the faucet, but I can still clean the car. There we go. Now here's where the irrigation system comes into play. We've got this module in the basement, which is the center of the brains for the whole operation. And with that, I've also taken all of the little hoses and put them in the pots and all of the different trees, which I'm going to show you in a second. But you'll see that the hoses tied to the irrigation system run continuously, right? They go from one flower pot to the other, to here. You can see I've hid the hoses over here. You can see the little tap apparatus, and it runs here. But this one flower pot cannot be automatically watered unless somehow I have a hose that's taped down or some type of runner under it, and I want to do that. That's why even with an irrigation system, I still need to independently water that flower pot. So let's show you the rest of the system in play. Now, although I run programs on this, if you ever want to do manual watering, I'm going to show you how that works. All right, let's do the cedar sprays. Let's turn them on. And you can see, there they go. With the beauty of pressure, they come right out of the ground. All the little flower heads, all the little shower heads come right out of the ground. And the trees are all being watered. Now, I realize that I'm doing this in the day with sunlight, but I'm just using this as an example. I'm going to explain more to you about the programming for this in a moment. And now we're going to do the house sprays. So the house sprays are a little bit different. We're going to move over. These actually occupy the flower pots, and then you're going to see they pop out from basically right around here with the grass, and I'm actually trying to get rid of some of these weeds, so I'm working on that. I realize I do have that. All right. I don't have money left over for a gardener. Okay, so let's turn on the house sprays, which are right here. So you can see the house sprays have turned on. All right, we're going to turn on the cedar sprays now, which, as I showed you, spray the trees, but also the flower pots. And even with an irrigation system that I've set up to the best of my ability, it's still good once in a while to do some old-fashioned watering. You do have the ability, though, to change the velocity of the shower heads. So this is off, on, really, really powerful. I just keep getting wet, but you can adjust them so they hit the flowers a little bit more. One of the great add-ons that I chose to install is a rain sensor. Now, obviously I live in Toronto. We don't have the drought areas that many of you may be facing in different parts of the country, but I do want to conserve water. And this measures rain, and then obviously in addition to the forecast, which is transmitted to the controller, if there is a lot of precipitation or there is a lot of rain in the forecast, the irrigation system will abort its own program. You'll notice that local rain is detected in the forecast, so the irrigation program for tonight is automatically suspended. It has the next run scheduled, and this is what I have programmed every day at 8 o'clock p.m., but I could change it. I could do every other day. I could do certain days of the week. I have the ability to run different programs, then obviously how long each program runs. So it also gives you a seasonal adjust warning, letting you know that it is going to make adjustments on top of your custom program if you give it the ability. So the house sprays run for 25 minutes, the cedar sprays run for 14 minutes, just different programming that you can really use to your advantage. It also takes the forecast into play for the next few days. So there you have it. If you want to take a look at the irrigation system that's on sale today, or another one that I found, expand the video description box. If you do want to score the hose at 40% off, which is I think a phenomenal addition to an irrigation system that you may already have, a replacement to a watering can, or your ability to maneuver yourself more freely around a garden. No tangles, no complicated, cumbersome things to carry with you when you're already doing a lot of manual work to begin with. Expand that video description box. That will score you today's deal. Thank you for visiting my home. By the next time I show it to you. Hopefully the lawn will be in better shape. I am working on that, but I will tell you, at least the plants and the trees looking better than they ever have. So thank you for watching. If there's anything else you'd like me to test, feel free to leave me a comment. And if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, this is what you can do. Click on my head right here. That will subscribe you to this channel. If you need help turning on your notifications or leaving a comment, click here. And that last big roundup of deals I did, right over here.